Last time on Knights of the Rold Table, the team recovered from witnessing the terrible ceremony of the Heart-Rend, and also learning that Sarsa now transforms into a werewolf. Riggs was forced to replan his replanned assault on Lord Malkadoth for that evening, and in the meantime the team went out into the city of Cambion to see what they could see. So far it involves zucchini bread, arrows, a lady goblin named Clump on bottom of foot, and a lot of ale.
Fletcher's Flurries, a hotel, Arrowin's, an alley.
All right. I looked inside Fletcher's Flurries.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see anything? Is it completely empty? Is it just you keep mentioning it, but it's clearly boarded up. But is there anything in there?
Yeah, peeking in, you can't see a lot because of the boards, and you can kind of look through the windows, but they're definitely dirty. You can kind of make out kind of standard store stuff. Maybe there's a little bit of stock around, but it looks, from what you can see, is dark in there. It looks relatively empty.
Pretty much cleared out. All right, let's go into Arrowin's.
Gravely, when we are done here, we need to go to this hotel and
a hotel?
Stop them from hiring people from killing rats, because I just met a goblin druid like me, but not me. She was very nice. Her name was Clump, and she wants me to help the rats.
All right, sure. Let's deconstruct that after we talk to Arrowin.
Yes, arrows first. Priorities.
Okay.
All right, so you walk into Arrowin's, and there's a guy there, presumably Aaron, who's like, "What can I do for you? How you doing? Come on right in. Oh, I see your bow there.
Hello.
That's nice.
Are you Aaron?
I got that. Yeah, that's Aaron. That's me.
Aaron
that's,
of Arrowin's?
Fletcher Cambion. Aaron of Arrowin's. Get it? It's like Aaron, Arrowin.
Yeah,
what we do here.
With two A's. I see that. Two A's,
yeah.
2 R's. Yeah.
Starts with 2 A's.
Very
It's
clever. There's not a lot of arrow puns in the world, so I appreciate that. I'm a bit of I'm an arrow guy myself.
Oh, nice. That's good. And I got some arrows that could. You're a bit of an aficionado. We got more than just the the standard stock, regular old wooden arrows here. Well, if you're interested, you got a little extra coin.
I do appreciate that. I'd like to see what you have. I mean, I do have, higher tier equipment, and I pull out an arrow out of my quiver of elemental arrows, and I pull out an arrow, and it starts to and I say Sparky time, and it goes. I just put it back.
Oh, do you sell those? Can we maybe do a little bit of barter? Or?
Well, we'll see. It depends on what you got. My name's Gravely, by the way. This is my associate Branch.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. So looking around this place, you kind of have there's sort of a front section with a couple of quivers of sort of standard looking arrows and javelins and crossbow bolts and other kind of ammunitions, standard stuff. And behind the counter, there's really not much back there, but there's on the right hand wall, there's a curtain up covering the kind of right wall.
All right. Is there a counter space?
Yeah, Aaron's behind a counter space that's between you and the curtain.
Show me your interesting, eclectic kind of arrows or equipment, if you don't mind, Mr. Aaron.
Let me see around here. I can, first of all, if you have any custom orders, I might be able to make something out a little bit. And, but I can interest you in right back here. These are silvered arrows. Silver tip, good for hunting things that require silver. Cost a little extra, but they are worth it.
Right.
You're looking for a little bit more, so you're not too interested in that.
That might be interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Silver tips, all right.
I don't offer these to everybody, but I do have a couple. I don't have a lot. I sell them per arrow, but these are. Aaron probably doesn't call them this, but they are +1 arrows.
Okay.
these here are magic arrows. Got a little bit more bang for your buck right there.
Wait. Are those
worth
are those the zipper tips or the stinger tips?
I think these are zipper tips.
Oh,
zipper
yeah,
tips.
I've heard
probably
about
what these
those.
are.
All right,
Yeah.
zippers. Okay, that's pretty good. They're very quick. It's got good aerodynamics on the fletching. The shaft is made
Yeah.
of a lighter wood.
I got other things here. I got. Well, is there anything you're looking for?
Oh, I mean, we're looking for things that are maybe some things that are good for game hunting.
Ooh.
Like food game, not like playing a game.
Yes.
Uh,
Things that might help with. I'm looking. Actually, I am looking for something. I'm looking for an arrow that might be. It's called a gentle repose arrow.
all right. Listen. Did Hugo send you? Did Hugo hire you to come get these stupid arrows? Hugo's not allowed to have this arrow.
Well, no, I don't know Hugo. I am just.
You know who I can. You got crumbs there, right on your lips, right there. There's crumbs right running down your tunic, right there. You've been bribed by the zucchini bread to come and get the gentle repose arrows.
Look. I have a few friends that would definitely appreciate some meat pies or some hearty things. And Hugo said he would find. If we could get this arrow, he'd be able to get some good meat and make some things for it.
Hugo don't get no arrows. He knows what he did. It's not happening. No, both of you get out here.
Wait, what did he do? What are you talking about?
Yes, why?
Ruined my wedding. That's what he did. It's not good. It's not good whatsoever.
Your
I
wedding?
ain't gonna forgive him.
Did you not get married?
Well, no, I got married, and
Then it was not that ruined.
He couldn't have been
well,
that
I mean,
ruined.
it's a bit of a separate issue. I'm not married anymore, but more
I am
specifically,
sorry.
listen, Hugo made my wedding cake, and it was a disaster. It turned in the middle of the ceremony. The cake turned to liquid, covered the whole dance hall. Everybody slipped. It ruined our all finest clothes, and I think he did it on purpose.
Are you sure
Eh.
that it was a melting thing, or did maybe somebody might have caused some magic to cause it to melt? I mean, it might not have been his fault.
Someone like Hugo.
Is he a magical?
Hugo, I don't know, but he's the baker. I'll make the arrows. He makes the cakes. I bought a cake from him, and it didn't work out. And now I'm divorced, so you know how that happens.
Excuse Branch. Why would he want to ruin your wedding? Is he with your ex-wife now?
Well, I don't know if that's it. That's not important. That's not. I don't think that's related to anything. I don't think it's no big deal.
Do you have any reason to try to ruin your wedding? I mean, it seems like if he's making a cake and there's a potential clientele of people that might buy his baked goods, you wouldn't want his own merchandise to go bad and cause a bunch of chaos. So it doesn't make
This is a
sense.
good point.
Well, listen, Hugo. You know what? Hugo is. It's my ex-wife. You called it right. And I feel like he's been sabotaging it from the
there
start.
it is.
He's
There
been
it is.
sabotaging it from the start. And if not for the melted wedding cake, everybody would live happily ever after.
All right. Well, hey, listen, Aaron, it's not my business and our business to get in the way of your personal thing, but let's talk business, all right? You said you might be interested in some of my elemental arrows, so what if we do a little trade? You can give me one of those gentle repose arrows, and I'll give you a few of my elementals, and maybe we throw in a little bit of extra gold and call it a day.
Aaron is upset.
I've also got fire and ice.
Oh, that's cool. Can I see one of those?
Sure. Flame on!
So he takes it and looks at it. I think your ability to produce those is limited. Like they don't Like you can use them.
Yeah, they
But
don't stick
you would be able to
around.
give him a bunch. Yeah. So
Does he know that?
Aaron certainly doesn't. You mind if I try this out?
Sure. How about a little wager? You have a target over there on the wall, I see, for in-house trying things out. If I can hit 3 targets on point, more than you can, then how about we get to walk out with the arrow?
I am not good at archery.
You're
So
a
you
Fletcher,
will-
but you're
you-
not
No,
skilled in the. Okay.
pretty bad actually.
Well,
No,
would there be
I'm
another
I'm
kind of-
mostly on the sales angle?
Mm.
How about 1 gold? If you give me a quiver full of these, 10 of these, 1 gold each, 10 gold. That would be a good deal.
10 gold and
I'll give you 10 gold. You give me a quiver of 10 of these fire arrows, and we'll call it a day. Huh?
all right. So I kind of count out 10 arrows. I'll say flame on, and then all 10 arrows. Just this big fire poof of arrows, and they all kind of have a little flame on them now. And I'll say you might want to put these somewhere where they will stay eternally lit. I think until they're shot. When they're shot, they lose the flame.
How long will these keep burning?
Oh, they'll just keep burning until you shoot them.
Oh, all right. Cool. All right. I'll mark these up. And he's like looking for he ends up finding like a torch sconce
Yeah.
to like move the torch and stick them in. And he counts out from the register. I only have
Oh, it's okay. We don't need the gold. We just want the arrow.
the arrow of gentle repose.
Oh, yes.
A 10 for 1 is a good deal.
I don't want it to go to Hugo. This is not. It's a personal thing.
All
It's
right.
worth more
What about
than the
this?
money.
What
It's
if I
not about-
promise you that I'll use the arrow to hunt for the meat for Hugo? Hugo can make the thing that we want. We'll even bring you some baked goods. I know you probably like them. You hired him in the first place.
Well, I used to. It used to be my favorite pastry chef, but it's not anymore.
I'm sure revenge probably doesn't taste very good, but you know what does taste good? Forgiveness.
Also, the zucchini cornbread. Also
Zucchini
tasted
cornbread is amazing, by the way. Do you want to try
Roll
some?
persuasion.
Oh, I'm terrible with persuasion.
Oh wait, I'm gonna give you guidance.
Oh, okay. What is that?
Haha.
+4?
D4 that you can add.
I rolled a 7 minus 1, so 6, +3 is 9.
We are not charismatic.
Nope. We're tiny and green.
Hugo looks down at you, and your little oracling eyes is like considers it, looks at the flaming arrows, and is like, "No deal.
What?
No. If Hugo comes over here and apologizes for what he does to me, then we can talk. But you take your little flaming arrows and get on out of here.
Wait a
Eat
minute.
his delicious zucchini cornbread and enjoy.
I pull some zucchini cornbread out and I say, Hugo,
Oh, that looks good. I haven't had that
Listen.
in a long time.
what if I give you some of this right now, and I'll throw in 5 gold, and you give me that arrow?
It looks good, but my heart is broken and my heart is hurting, and I can't enjoy the pastries. I'll tell you what. You go over. You get Hugo to come over here and apologize for what he did, and I can take care of you, and maybe give him. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds,
All right.
but I'll go. It's no deal until we move forward.
And Mr. Aaron, is this the only way you will let us have the repository arrow?
I think that's a different arrow, very different.
It's a
effects,
gentle
but-
repose branch. All right, let's
Yeah,
go.
I mean,
let's go.
I would sell.
yeah.
I would sell you the arrow, but I ain't. Hugo can't have it. All right, you take it and take it out of here. That'll be fine. But Hugo, if he wants it, he's got to
All
apologize.
right, well, we'll be back in just a minute. Come on, brunch.
Okay. We go across the alley. We go to see.
Ding a ding ding
Hugo.
ding ding.
Hello, Hugo. We are back.
Hello.
Did you get it?
No.
Not quite. There seems to be a history between you, and he wants you to apologize for a melting cake at a wedding.
I didn't melt it. Look, I didn't have anything to do with that.
I made a very good argument that it wouldn't make sense that you would destroy your own work. So listen, if you go over there and apologize, he'll give you the arrow. He doesn't want you to have it, but he said I could have it. So if you want, I could go out and hunt for some sort of game, and
Look, he's a small, bitter man, and nothing's gonna make him feel better about that. He's just sitting over there,
what's the harm in
selling his stolen arrows. He's not even a very good archer. Do you know that?
Yes,
you
I
don't
know
even know how to use those arrows. He's just sitting over there trying to make a quick buck.
Did you say that Aaron was stealing the arrows?
Yeah, he's stealing the arrows. You think he makes all those fancy arrows? He can barely carve a straight stick.
Wait, who does he steal
Where
them
does
from?
he steal them from? Maybe we could get you the arrow from the person he is stealing it from.
Where does he steal them from? You didn't notice the giant curtain? He just walks, there's a hole in the wall. He walks right next door and he steals them from Fletcher's Flurries.
What?
I thought that was an adult section of the arrow place.
No, you didn't think the giant curtain on the side of the building wasn't suspicious to you?
Fletcher's Flurries go out of business because they were openly being stolen by a shop next to them.
Nah. Fletcher's Flurries went out of business a while back on its own, and but they just sort of up and left, and so Aaron's over there. He's a scavenger, basically. He's just making a quick buck off of what's left.
Right. Okay. We'll be back.
And his ex-wife, how is she doing?
Come on, Brunch.
I don't think that's important. You go scurry along, all right? Scurry along.
I do not scurry. And then I scurry out.
Gravely goes over to Fletcher's Flurries. He's going to look at the boarded up whatever, try to find the loosest, way in that might be going on the side and see if there's like a side entrance.
Why don't we just go in through the curtain?
I don't want to go in that way. I want to see if we can go in the store and then find what we need. Just go with me on this. Can you open? Can we get through this quietly?
Yes,
I know we can. I know we can
it.
break through it, but I'm just trying to find a.
So what you're looking at, just in terms of the storefront, is it's boarded up, so you could certainly like pry off boards and maybe break a window or like break the door open. Not really subtly.
Are there any small openings that a small creature could fit through?
Yeah, there's some kind of like space underneath the door. It's not like a perfect fit, and there looks like maybe underneath the boards there's some broken glass. So that might be a possibility if you're small enough.
All right, Brunch, do you think you could go under the door? Look around, see if you can just grab some arrows, slide them underneath. I'll take them. All right, you come back through, and then that'll be it.
Okay. How big would you say this opening is, Zach?
Under the door?
Yeah. Like, what size creature could I be? Would a rat fit?
Rat can fit through anything as wide as its head.
It doesn't like look quite rat size. Maybe like your knowledge of rat squeezing, but it's like not bigger than an inch at its kind of like widest point.
So a mouse that would be able to fit, but not necessarily a rat.
Yeah, probably.
Or snake.
Okay. Oh, a snake. That'd be fun. I'll be a snake. I'm a little garden snake.
Okay. And you just kind of slither on under there?
Yep. And I can use my telepathy thing that I picked up. Hello. Branch is going inside. I don't know why he has a list while he's telepathy. Okay. How do I know what is the right arrow?
Listen, you're just going to have to grab some arrows. Anything that looks more than just like a special arrow, you're going to have to bring it under the door and slide them to me.
Okay. I will look for special arrows.
So you're in like snake perspective, looking like up on everything through snake vision. It's dirty down there. There's a lot of dust. You see, a few broken arrows. Not a lot of like stock around in the front. Actually, while you're there, you can see that there's a big hole in the wall on the left side of where you are, with the curtain covering the other side. So you can kind of see like light coming through the curtain. And Aaron actually walks in. Let's have the snake roll stealth.
Wait, I do that as a snake, right?
Yeah, and you can roll with advantage because I think you're not especially.
I'm a small snake.
Conspicuous.
I got a 18 without any modifiers or anything.
That'll do it.
+2.
Okay.
So
30-20.
you kind of freeze as Aaron comes in, kind of walks in towards the back, and you kind of like freeze in place for a minute. You hear him rustling around, and then he walks back out with, looks like he has a couple arrows in his hand, maybe. And you're alone again.
telepathy to Gravely. Say, the Erwin guy walked in. I am still looking. And then I look around for some more. I look around for some arrows.
All right, maybe I can distract him while you look around. And just get whatever you can and slide it under the door.
I'm looking for good arrows, Zach.
You don't see anything useful like where you are, but you can kind of like follow his path, kind of like towards the back. You think is probably where something valuable might be.
I go to
You
the
kind of slither around that way towards the back.
Gravely will go into the Arrowins again. Say, "Hey, Aaron, it's me, Gravely again. Hey, maybe, I can show you something that will be impressive." And he pulls out another arrow from the back.
Aaron is, as you're walking in, Aaron is like sitting and looking at a little frame, and it's it's a picture of his wedding, and you can see like a bunch of people have like blue liquid all over their like nice clothes, and they're like trying to take a nice wedding picture, but like everybody's a little like disheveled and distraught in the picture.
I could see.
He's just staring at it.
Right. Well, hey, check this out. And I pull out my bow and I shoot an arrow straight at this target that's kind of hanging up on the wall. Just to be impressive. Like show him I can actually shoot stuff.
All right. Well, you're obviously a better archer than me, so great job. Really, really good. Feeling real good about myself right now. Is Hugo going to come and apologize for this?
What?
Holds up the picture.
Do
we look like happily ever after right here? Do we look like dearly wedded or whatever, whatever the guy says?
I don't. He does seem very deceptive, and after talking with him, he makes good food, but I can see why you don't trust him, and he's not going to come over here because he seems like a bad person and probably did it on purpose. Yeah, so I'm right there with you. So you can maybe I'll just take the arrow for me. I'm not going to give it to him. I'm going to.
Let me tell you a few more things. Okay. About Hugo the baker.
And we can just I'm just distracted. I'm just
one. We grew up together a long time ago in school. back to Branch. Branch the snake slithering around. So you kind of like slither into this back room, Arrow, and this room is like very like specifically and neatly kept. And it looks like there's like columns, there's quivers kind of like set neatly side by side, and they're all sort of like painted and lit in different colors. It definitely feels like you walked into the high end section of this Fletcher's, and sure enough, you kind of look at them. It's hard to see way up there because they're labeled, but at the top, and your snake eyes are like way not there, but you're pretty sure you can make out in a kind of like yellow column, gentle repose. Right. And there's like 2 or 3 arrows in a quiver that's mounted on the wall, like way above where you are as a snake.
Is there any means by which I could climb up to it as a snake, or would I need to stop being a snake in order to get to it?
Roll. I mean, if you want to try, you can roll dexterity for it and see how that goes.
Yeah, let's do that. I rolled a 19. I think, Chris, you said dex was +2 for a snake?
Huh.
So 21.
Say that. You're a +2 snake. So you're able to kind of like climb up the wall. The wall's on a slight incline. You're kind of able to kind of climb up and get some leverage on the quiver and move up a little bit more and kind of like get to the arrow parts and like wrap yourself around an arrow. But now you're like leverage to get it out of there is like nil. And you kind of like end up like wrapping yourself around an arrow, and then you like slowly like slide down the arrow till you're eventually like at the bottom of this quiver. As a snake.
Okay. I will crawl out of the quiver and turn back into Branch.
All right. You do that. And there you are as Branch. You can very easily grasp an arrow.
Yep. I will take all of the arrows that are all of the arrows that are in that particular quiver, which I assume now that I am Branch, I can tell for sure is the gentle repose. Like I can
definitely for sure. And there are 3.
I will take 3.
Roll stealth again.
That's a 16 total.
So back on the other side, Aaron sort of like hears something and notices and kind of turns back towards the quiver
Hey,
towards
listen,
the curtain.
look at this fiery one. Let me actually show you how it works. And I'll shoot
it's
back
warm.
and go,
I like that. Are those magical quivers or a magical arrow? Where'd you come across
a
this whole
magical
thing?
quiver? Any arrow that goes inside the
Ah.
quiver, it creates that effect on the arrow. So
It's the quiver that's really valuable then.
it is
right?
quite, yes.
Maybe you'd be interested in partnering with the quiver.
I don't think so.
Back to Branch. You're there. You're holding these arrows. It's dusty. You don't have a clear way out other than through the curtain.
Telepathy to Gravely. I hate to be me again, and I have the arrows, but I am stuck. Cannot get out without being seen.
Let's jump back and see what's going on with Tiburon and Randall.
Hello, Knights of the Rolled Table, and happy December. As teased in the previous episode, it's going to be a rough month for episode releases. This one's about a week late. There's just a lot going on. I'm out of town. All of our schedules are hard to put together, so we will deliver what we can on the schedule that we can deliver it. We recorded a bio episode for Randall that will drop at some point. That happened on a session where we weren't able to all show up, and so we did that one because we had some time to kill, and it was a good time, like many of our bio episodes. Ongoing plug for if you haven't listened to the bio episodes in previous seasons, go back and find them because they are really, really fun. Anyway, we're gonna, I think, do a holiday episode. It may be New Year's themed, but that'll happen at some point. Randall's bio will happen at some point. We hope you are having a wonderful month. You get some time off this month, and I hope you are able to spend it with some friends or family or people that you like in general and feel supported by. Thank you so much for supporting us. We really appreciate it. If you have listened this far, you're all the way in season 6 with us. You know, we consider you a friend, and if you've never reached out to us in any of our particular, we're on Instagram and Facebook. We're on Discord, and you know what a great way to check in with us and let us know what you enjoy would be to leave a review on Apple Podcasts, because we enjoy reading those and we enjoy hearing from all of you. So thank you so much for listening. We're glad you've enjoyed it. Thank you for sharing it with your friends. Hey, if you're tired of Christmas carols at this point in the month, you could just play some Knights of the Rolled Table episodes during your holiday parties, and anytime you don't want to listen to all of that music, which, is great, but sometimes you need a break. Anyway, we sincerely hope that you are doing well. Now, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and make life an adventure.
Come on back, boys.
It's Tiburon and Randall in the morning.
So you have settled into this booth in the corner of the singing unicorn, enjoying some brown water and ale. The ale is pretty good. Tiburon, the only thing you can tell about the brown water, it is not ale. You're not sure what it is. It doesn't match what you're drinking or what you're like looking around the bar at what other people are drinking, and you can't find anything that really matches the brown water.
What exactly is brown water, Randall? Do I even want to know?
Well, it's water that you add some brown to, and then it becomes brown water.
I see. All right.
Yeah. So you guys are knights.
We are. Yes. Don't go advertising it.
Kind of right at that minute, the waitress shows up with salt and pepper
Hello.
fries. It's like,
Here y'all go. Can I help you with anything else?
Yes. Are they cold or are they warm?
Oh, no, I forgot about the cold ones. These are warm like normal people eat. They will be cold eventually if y'all don't mind waiting a minute. Or I could go get another side for Randall if you want.
Oh no, that's fine.
All right, well, you boys let me know if you want any more ale or brown water, and I'll come back and check on you in a bit.
and she heads off. You're alone again. So looking around actually where you are, there are kind of like some people around you and that are kind of like in earshot of being able to, you could overhear them or they could overhear you and what's the person immediately behind Randall kind of in view of Tiburon. It looks like a person wearing a robe. It looks like kind of a scholarly, maybe wizardly, but more kind of like scholarly robe, and is kind of like furiously scribbling on a whole set of papers, and has a quill set up and is doing all sorts of like just work, kind of furiously writing and things, and has a drink next to him. Kind of noticing that out of the side of your vision as you talk to Randall. You were asking about the knights before you were interrupted.
So what's that about?
Well, we're an organization that tries to do some good out there. There's people who aren't exactly on the up and up, and we sort of try and enforce the law and help people against them.
Oh, cool. Like noble stuff. Y'all must be very rich.
I'm not.
Oh.
Maybe other knights are.
You don't have a castle or something?
Our organization has a castle, but we're sort of I guess rentals.
Oh, okay.
Do you own a house, Randall?
No, I live in the streets. I'm out in these streets, making moves.
It sounds lonely. Do you have family around here?
Not in here. They live out in the woods still. See, my family, they think that you can get all of the nutrients and food that you need from nature. But I discovered that if you go to trash cans and into cities and into sewers and into backlots, that people just throw stuff away. And that's like free stuff for you to have.
It's called trash, Randall. It's trash.
Yeah, it's great.
Randall, could I ask you a favor?
Sure.
I'm trying to see. I think there's like a wizard behind you, and I'm trying to figure out what he's doing. Would you mind just subtly maybe turning around and taking a look at what he's scribbling?
Oh, sure. You mean that guy right over there? And he kind of like gets up and like points at him. Or that guy.
The potential wizard does not notice this at all.
Okay.
Still like just furiously scribbling.
Put your hand down. The one with the robe, the near one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go check. I'll go see what he's writing.
Let's go check with Sarsa. Sarsa, you are at the bar with this barkeep who's doing her business, serving other customers. You just watched her go and serve Tiburon and Randall their brown water and ale and fries. And she comes back, but like, as you're kind of like casually trying not to be too obvious about watching her, you keep catching her kind of casually trying not to be too obvious about watching you, and you kind of like make eye contact a few times in terms of like, oh dang it, you both look away, but you both kind of knew you saw each other, and then so she kind of like,
it's like a meet cute.
yeah. So she like one of those times she like looks at you and tries to look away and is like, she totally saw me, and so she walks back to you and says,
all right, listen, you and your friends, you new in town?
Well, you could say that.
I ain't seen you around here before.
Well, we ain't been around here, so I suppose that makes sense then, yeah?
You're, well, I'm just gonna out and say it. You're one of us. I can smell it. I'm sure you can smell it too.
I had my notions, but to be honest, I never met another one. Well, I mean, I think I know what you're talking about. Do I know what you're talking about? I mean, I'm a lot of things. I'm a lot of woman here, so there's a little bit of a laundry list, but perhaps you could be a little more specific.
You're a wolf. Or a dog or a coyote. I can't quite tell in this form, but I know you change. You're a lycanthrope. I am too. I'm a rat. It's not quite as cool as a wolf, but you know.
Oh, you can smell the difference.
Yeah, you can't.
Again, I'm new to all of this. It's only been, what was it, a couple of months?
Well, listen, there's a few of us here, and we meet up. We try to keep an eye on each other, watch each other's backs, and we're having a meeting later. If I could bring you.
Yes, I mean, honestly, I could take any friends I could get right now. It's all pretty strange and new to me. Listen, how did you come about it?
Well, the standard way. I was bitten by a were-rat under the full moon, and well, you know how it is, I'm sure.
I definitely know exactly how it is. I just wasn't sure if there was maybe some variations out there, but that is
not that I heard of. How'd you come about it?
Oh, that's the same as you know, just strolling along, minding my own business, and yeah. Anywho, it's not important. Where did you say y'all meet?
Well, we meet here actually after closing time. We meet down in the basement, so you'd have to come by later, and we just we get together and we support each other. It's not easy, what we go through.
And there's a lot of us?
Well, not a lot, but there's a few, and not everyone likes others sharing their business, so it's up to them to reveal themselves.
Unless they're like me and you literally sniff them out.
Yeah, that does tend to be how we find each other.
Now listen, from one of us to another, perhaps you could help me a little bit. Since I am new in town, could you give me a little bit of an idea of the lay of the land? What am I looking at here in this here establishment?
Oh, well, yeah. Most of these are locals, the good people of Cambion. They're mostly good, hard-working folk. Obviously, those are the guards over there. We tend to try to steer clear of their kind. They're in charge of enforcing the will of Lord Malkadoth.
Yes, we saw that nasty business in the town square. It was particularly cruel. Has he been doing that for long?
Well, yeah, it's been happening here more and more since the Great Turmoil started and Lord Malkadoth's rule. And that there fellow over there scribbling away in the booth, that's Caraquil. He's a local scribe. He operates the scribery next door. He's a bit of an odd fella, but he's a good person to know if you're interested in the magical arts at all. Listen, you should know that it's not just the guards keeping an eye out. Malkadoth, he's got spies. He's got eyes and ears all over the place, and you don't want to be seen or overheard doing the wrong thing. Or don't look, but over my left shoulder, real casual like, you see that woman at the tall table wearing the red dress? She's one of them. We don't know how many there are or who there is one, but you can be sure anything she overhears, it's going straight to Malkadoth's ear.
But the rest of us are not loyal to him?
Well, we don't know for sure. That's how he wants it. He wants everyone suspicious of everyone else. But, we know a few, and when we sort one out, it's best to not let on that we know. And now and then it's useful to provide some misinformation, if you know what I mean.
Right. I suppose I'm just lucky then. And what was your name, darling? I'm sorry I didn't catch that the first time.
My name's Cletus, and you are? Who do I have the privilege?
My name's Sarsa.
Sarsa. I like that. That's a nice name. Well, welcome to Cambion, Sarsa. I wish we could be a little more welcoming to you.
Well, to be honest, this is a much kinder welcome than most establishments I've been at lately, so I'll take it.
Well, that's good to hear.
Let's go back and join the boys.
Real quick, though, I'm going to telepath to them from my little bar stool, which I imagine a little bit of time has elapsed, so I don't know but I would clue them in about the red dress and the scribe guy.
Yeah.
It's not being trustworthy.
So Tiburon, we'll kind of keep in line with Tiburon and Randall. You've talked a little bit and have a look around and tried to lower Randall's volume a little bit, but you do get that message of the woman in the red dress over here. You hear from Sarsa, and you kind of so telepathy. You mean the knight's telepathy?
Yes.
Okay, so good strategically that you can only mention it to Tiburon. So Tiburon, you hear that, and you kind of process based on the most recent interaction with Randall that you don't immediately think okay, hey, that person over there, don't draw attention, because clearly that's not Randall's specialty. But you do get that message from Sarsa.
Okay, you know what, Randall? Actually, just let's talk about these delightful fries. They're so good.
Oh, I know, right? Just imagine when they get some garbage juice on them a little later tonight.
Oop. Yep. All right. I can only imagine. Do you really want to wait for them to cool off? You don't like them warm?
No, I can eat them warm. It's just, not as good.
Randall, by any chance, have you ever picked up anything magical from the trash?
Oh, yeah, I got all kinds of fun doohickeys and magic things. Yeah, why? What do you need?
We might need some help taking people down, maybe stealing some things, maybe sneaking into places.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that might help disguises or subterfuge or something?
Well, let's see. And he goes into his trash and he pulls out the one bottle from earlier, and he says, "I know this one will help."
Both of you roll perception.
4.
20.
Oh. Randall, you notice that there's a person sitting between you at the booth. And you kind of like look to your right, and there's a person there, and it's the person who was furiously scribbling behind you a moment ago, who is now sitting in between you.
Wait.
And this person is still sitting there scribbling and says, "You're interested in magic?"
Oh, yeah. We love magic.
Tiburon, you now notice this person.
Okay. Don't. Hello. What's all this thing?
If you're the right sort of person, I can connect you with some useful scrolls, spells. Either of you a caster?
Yeah, I am.
I've been known to dabble as of late on the magical arts.
Well, I write scrolls, and I could connect you with one if you're interested, if you're gonna use them for the right purposes.
Can I tell if, like, do I get a bad vibe, or is he being, like, straightforward with me?
Roll insight.
10.
Hard to say, but your sense, given the kind of like overall vibe of this town and just the context of what you're doing and like what Sarsa just pointed out about, the woman in the red dress, it seems strongly he is either sorting out, are you, with Malkadoth, or is sorting out, are you with the resistance, with the willing to fight Malkadoth? And you don't quite know which he's asking, and recognize that like the answer is pretty important to this like interaction.
Got it. Before I answer any further, I'll send a message to Sarsa in case she hasn't noticed, and let her know, Sarsa, he's sitting right here with me now.
Oh, using the spells? Like against those fascists? Yeah, we will be doing that.
Randall.
All right, settle down.
Yeah, I'll let you dictate, but like when I hear from Tiburon, like that he's sitting right next to them, like I would look up, see what's going on, see the fact that Randall is talking, and probably just beeline it over there, and I would be acting about as sloppy drunk as I possibly could.
And so this is the scribe that Cletus pointed out to you that is now like seemingly is not at the table that he was at and has appeared in between them.
Yeah.
So you do have slightly more information than they had. So you head on over there.
Yeah, I'm going to come over and be like, "Oh my gosh, you two! I just met the sweetest lady at the bar. This is the absolute best vacation I've ever been on. Oh, honey, are you having fun? Did you make a new friend? Who are you, love?" And I'm going to kind of slosh a little of my drink over the edge of my tankard, and then also slosh my body down into the seat, like almost on top of the scribe, and like basically put an arm around him like, "Oh, hello, new friend."
So the scribe is like glaring at Randall from the previous like interaction, and then you come like charging over there with that. Person is like kind of freaking out a little bit and annoyed, and like kind of shuffles through some papers and pulls a scroll out and reads it in a language none of you quite recognize, and everything gets really, really quiet, like super quiet. Like there's no noise from outside of your table. You can still hear each other. You can still hear a little bit of crinkling from Randall's bag and the noise that you are making, what you're saying, but it seems to have kind of like isolated the sound onto your little booth.
That was a fun trick. Are you one of the magic folks?
Oh gosh, you're so loud. The two of you. You're clearly from somewhere else because you don't survive here long like that. Making that much kind of noise.
Oh, I'm so sorry, love. Let me know, is there any way that we can make it up to you? And I would like to, as I'm doing that, I'd like to use my little tiefling enthrall ability.
Wisdom. What kind of caster is he?
What's the
16.
save? I think he beat it. Yeah, he beat that. So did not work. You kind of feel it not work, and he's still kind of staring at you. I rolled 2 19s.
Well, and then I'll just try and enthrall in the old-fashioned way.
The hard way, the long way.
Old Tibby and I, we tend to be a lot when we're on vacation, but we just don't get out very much. So
And I'm a local.
Yes, we met our charming new friend Randall here. He was digging through the trash at the inn that we're staying at, and we were just so charmed to meet some local characters that we just, asked him to take us somewhere nice so that we could meet nice new folks like yourself. And here we are.
This guy is like staring at you, flirting at him, and like looks at Randall, who's just being Randall, and like kind of looks back and forth at you as you're both kind of interacting with him, and then turns to Tiburon. Listen, do you cast? Do you know any magic?
I sure do.
Listen, I saw you with Riggs, and I just want to help, and so here, maybe take this. And he hands you a rolled up scroll. Says like, just have a look at that, and if there's anything I could do to help with the effort, I'm next door at the Scribes. You
What's
can find
a
me.
Riggs? Is that some sort of local thing to look at? Sounds like fun. I've been looking for some excursions while we're here.
At the same time as you kind of like look at the scroll and turn back to him, it gets noisy again. It seems like that spell ended, and he like fades out. So he like disappears. You kind of feel him. You suspect he went invisible, because you kind of like he's like sitting in the middle of the booth, and so like he disappears. But like as he like makes his escape and goes kind of the easiest route, either like under the table or over the table, or kind of like tries to get away, he kind of like is not quite smooth enough to not like bump into things on the way. So you have a clear sense.
Fries over?
Yeah, I think he ducks under the table, but like hits it a little bit, so it definitely jostles and some fries fall out. A few go onto the floor, some stay in the bowl, but you definitely have a sense of like, okay, well, he's nudging past our legs trying to get out of there, and you definitely have an opportunity to like, I mean, I could grab him, or we could let him go. We could pretend he's better at this, or it's up to you, really. He's not effectively escaping the environment.
I'm gonna go for a quick snatch. I'm gonna see if maybe I can get a hold of him.
I would
really
also just
quickly.
how genuine does he seem when he's saying like that he wants to help with Riggs?
Roll insight.
17.
His awkwardness in like not knowing how to be like, what you read from his staring at you is he does not know how to be flirted with, and like had no idea what to make of your non-magical efforts. And like he knows actually that Randall was not handling things the way he was comfortable with. So like you read a very genuine process of just a little bit of an awkward person who went to Tiburon because Tiburon seemed most safe to speak to and genuinely wanted to help, and then was kind of like overwhelmed and needed to get out of there. Who Tiburon, you do successfully. Well, go ahead and roll like a dex check.
Sure. 12.
Yeah, you're able to kind of snatch a like kind of edge of his robe. You can feel it. He's still invisible, and you hear a little like, "Hoop!" You kind of like stopped his progress for momentarily.
Tiburon just stares at Sarsa, and it's like, what's the phrase? The dog that caught the car. I'm like,
what do I do now?
Yeah.
I was working on instinct.
Sarsa just kind of like shrugs her shoulders and just is like, I don't know.
Do I have by like a bit of robe or something?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not just gonna stab it with my scimitar to keep it in place.
Nope. All right, you do that. You hear him. He's still invisible. You hear him like, listen, I mean no harm. I don't want to get caught, but I hope that helped. If you want to talk more, I could meet you in the Scribes, maybe tomorrow. But please, just
Who
I don't want to get
who should
caught.
we be asking for at this Scribes?
Caraquill. I'm Caraquill. That's me, Caraquill the Scribe.
All right, Caraquill.
Yeah.
You better be on our side. And I take the scimitar out.
You are very frightening. I'll see you later. He's still invisible. You kind of like sense him that he's like no longer present.
Bye, Caraquill.
Tiburon kind of like unroll the scroll that he gave you. Your wizard studies have been very limited, but you kind of recognize some basics of what's on this, and you think it's a scroll of shape water.
It's a spell I don't know.
And being a cantrip as a wizard, like you could use it to cast shape water one time, but with some effort and some work and some investment of materials, you could use it to actually teach yourself to be able to cast that.
I show it to Sarsa. I'm like mildly starstruck. I'm like, this is pretty good, right?
Gentlemen, I would just caution us in the future. I've received a message that we might want to be wary of the allegiances of pretty much everybody here.
We have been making quite a scene. Might it be best to move on to a different pub in our pub crawl?
Aye, probably best not to lie in one place too long. What time is it, Zach?
Altogether, the interaction in this pub is probably taken up about an hour. So if it was 5 when you were kind of getting going, it's around 6. Starting to get sunsetty.
Okay. And so I've probably still got a chunk of time before it closes.
Yeah, and in terms of closing for a bar, it sounded like Riggs was going to come for you. It sounded like the plan Riggs would need you for was kind of like a nighttime plan, so you're not sure you'd be able to really get there tonight to do their... Presumably closing time for a bar is pretty late, so depending on how things go, it might be after whatever Riggs have planned if,
Mm-hmm. And the woman in the red, now that we've had that interaction with the scribe guy, Sarsa is a little more curious about the woman in red. What's she up to? What do we see her doing?
She is sitting at kind of like a high table on a stool and just kind of casually sipping, looks like maybe some wine, sort of just glancing around. In context of what was pointed out about her, you can kind of see that she's kind of casually just kind of keeping an eye on things and looking for anything that might be interesting. She's definitely in.
She's probably definitely noticed us, right?
Yeah. I mean, in terms of just scanning the bar, for sure, you're not super low-key. She's probably familiar with Randall, but Randall hanging out with these 2 new people who kind of carry an air of formidability. For sure, she has.
Do we
taken
though?
notice.
We're just a family on vacation, Zach.
Sure,
Me and
Sarsa
Tibby.
and Tiburon,
Just one very strong man.
cuddly, friendly family laden with weapons and magical implements. Let's skip back to Gravely and Branch. We left Branch as Branch, holding on to some arrows, Gravely next door with Aaron.
All right. All I'm saying is that, when you have a falling out in a relationship, it might be possible for you to start again. I mean, all bygones aside. I mean,
Listen, here's what I'm saying. I don't. You seem like a good person, and I'm happy you're willing to talk to me. I think she's better off. That's what this comes down to.
Oh, give
goes the
yourself
better
some
man.
credit, Aaron.
He makes incredible zucchini bread, and it's just what am I? I don't even make these arrows. I steal them from next door. I mean, I'm a nobody. She made the better choice. That's what it comes down to, and I'm just bitter. I'm bitter.
You're an entrepreneur. You're making the best of a bad situation, and I tap him on the shoulder and I cast calm emotions.
Right. I am an entrepreneur. Calm emotions. What's that involve?
Oh, well, I am attempting to suppress a strong emotion in a group of people. It says each humanoid in a 20-foot radius have to make a charisma saving throw, and if they fail, they can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile towards. So what I'm trying to do is make him chill out, and if he fails, then I'm going to do something else.
So he makes a charisma saving throw.
Yep.
You're trying to calm him down.
Yep.
Ooh. 18.
Okay. He succeeds.
She's just starting to cry harder. Oh, he's better than me.
Right.
He's better than everything. He's a better business person. He's a better baker. He's probably a better husband. I mean, he is. He's a better husband. Obviously, that happened. I mean, he won. She's with him now. He's a better
Can
husband.
I hear this from next door?
At
that
this
he's,
point, yeah.
wailing? All right. Hearing commotion and the wailing of a brokenhearted man, I'm gonna try to sneak my way towards I mean, the door I came into, which was boarded up, right?
Yeah.
That's the only exit other than the curtain.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, there's windows. You don't see any back door from the back room, so
I'll use my knight's communication while he's like and say, Branch, come through the curtain. I will distract him and be prepared to run.
I will do that. I'm gonna hide the arrows like in my armor, and then I'll go in so that it's not like, oh, look, I got these arrows. Yeah.
So let's have Branch roll stealth with advantage. He is sitting pretty close to the curtain, but his back is turned to it.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give myself guidance. All right, with advantage, I got 3, so 16 plus 4, 20.
20. Add it up to 20.
I'll kind of grab Aaron by both shoulders. Well, he's taller than he. Wait, he's a human, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Grab
I'll
him
just
around
kind
the
of,
hips.
I'll just kind of put my hands on the counter because he's behind the counter, and I'll be like, listen to me, look at me. You're a good person. You're a good person.
I'm not a good person.
You are.
Okay,
Listen, I've seen a lot of bad
appreciate
people.
that. You know what's most valuable in this world? Just friendship. You know.
I absolutely agree.
You know?
Listen, look at me. I don't have a lot of people that trust me because of how I look and how and what people perceive. But beyond that, it's your character that makes you strong. And I can tell that
I
despite-
appreciate what I appreciate about you. You're a kind person and you're looking out for me. So look, guess what? Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to do this for you. And you know what? Whatever you do with them, don't you worry. I'm going to go right in there right now, and I'm going to get those arrows, and I'm going to bring them to you.
I mean,
and he turns.
that's all right.
He goes in the curtain, and Branch has worked his way around. So as he turns towards the curtain, Branch is like right on the other side of him.
Okay.
And he goes in the curtain, and it's just the two of you.
And I turn around and say, let's go.
Okay.
And you're out with 3 arrows of gentle repose.
We're going to go back to ding-a-ding. All right. Now listen.
Did you get him?
Hugo, we took these.
Oh, I see you. You're out of breath. I think you got him.
But he if he realized that we took them, then he might be back. So maybe we hang on to these arrows, right?
Not right.
I don't want to cause any drama between you two. Maybe we will go get this whatever game, something with meat at some point. It might not happen tonight because we have another thing, and provided we survive that, then I'll try to hunt down some things for you. This has gotten a little bit out of hand, but I'm sure it'll all pay off in the long run.
Well, why would you go through all that and not give it to me? Come on, come on. I'm the baker. I need it. What do you want with an arrow of gentle repose? Look, just give me one. All right, you don't need all of them. They recharge, Yeah, you can use it once, and then after a week it wears off, and you can use it again.
All right, I'll give you one. But
all right,
I know you have other things here, so I would like some other kind of baked good for all the things that we just went through. It doesn't have to be meat-based.
Hugo, looks you really close and pretends to think about it. It's like a done deal, but it's like...
all right. You drive a hard bargain, but, all right.
Do you have anything with brandy, like a brandy tart for one of my friends?
Oh, yeah, the brandy tarts. I'm gonna bag up
rum
2 for you
raisin
right
loaf
here. You're going to
or
love the
something like
brandy tarts. Yeah, rum raisin, absolutely. Here you go.
Excellent. Okay, that'll be for one friend.
Do you have any scrap food that you are going to throw away?
Anything that's old, moldy, smells a bit odd, like, I'm not going to bake this, or this was a bit raw in the middle.
I usually save that stuff up and give it to Randall, but I guess I could give it to you.
He is our friend.
He is our friend, so we can just take it right to him.
Oh, okay. Randall. All right, here you go. And scraps and brandy tarts, rum raisin.
And then I need something just like something like just a dense, heavy fiber, something that will really, pack a punch for my friend that I was going to give meat to, but that will come later.
Well, yeah, I got some salt loaf from last week. It's basically stale
excellent.
bread.
He's a sailor, so that will go over quite well.
You think that's what he prefers on dry land with fresh ingredients available? You think he prefers the stale salt loaf?
Well, when you're used to breathing a certain type of air, I mean, it's...
All right, well, take it. Hey, take the whole loaf. You've been
excellent.
great.
Thank you. Here is one of the arrows. Hands it over.
Oh, look at this beauty. Oh,
So
this
I
is
still
gonna
have
work out.
2 arrows of gentle repose?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, you do.
cool. And is that an actual thing? I'll find out.
It is now. Cast gentle repose
Okay.
on a hit. On a kill.
Okay. Cool. And I say, well, thank you again for your business and for the lovely time and back and forth. I'm sorry to have to come into your shop a few times. Maybe we'll be back and we'll see about those meat pies or meat pockets or whatever you might make.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll let you know. I'll send you a message when I get the new meat in.
Have you thought about meat pockets? Because that's quite a thing over in another place that I've been to and I've heard about.
That is an idea. I could do something like that.
Pastry.
Like, what's that chain they have around now?
It's a Petrus Pockets.
Petrus Pockets. Yeah, we could do better than that. We can open up some local competition. Keep those corporations out of here. We could.
Yeah, you can
name it,
do like
Hugo's
hand pies.
Yeah, Hugo's hand pies.
You could just call them Hugo's Handies. Well, maybe
No,
not that.
I don't think we're gonna call it that. Not at all.
Here is what you can do to help us. You should apologize to your neighbor Aaron and treat your new wife nicely. And do not tell him we gave you that arrow. Okay, bye.
So basically, like, Gravely and Branch walk out. Grants has a sense of like, okay, I'm looking at what you're literally looking at is the alley where Clump was, Aaron's kind of like shack that's attached to the Fletchers, which Aaron is potentially gonna is right now figuring out that you stole the arrows. And then on the other side of that is the hotel you're supposed to go in and
Let's
rescue the
go
rats
to the
from.
hotel.
Getting.
So we go into the hotel and we need to stop them from hiring adventurers who want to kill the rats.
All right, that seems very specific. I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Not sure how we are to stop them, but we have to try.
I don't know either. It's a very strange mission, but why are we doing this exactly? For honor?
I met a lady druid named Clump.
Oh,
And,
you're doing it for a companionship. I see.
She offered me a reward.
I mean,
I
I
do not
found
know what the
religion
reward is.
because of my relationship, so I completely understand if you want to, go on a side quest. That's fine.
That is a much bigger change than going to a hotel.
Sure. Well, got to start somewhere. All right. Well, lead the way.
I walk over to the hotel.
So you're facing the Fletcheries and stuff, and to the right of that is a 2-story, kind of grand looking. It's a 2-story building. It looks like maybe it was grander back in the day, and they're trying to keep it up looking fancy, but it's a little bit run down. And the sign is in Elvish. So if neither of you reads Elvish, then you're not sure what it says. It looks very fancy.
I do not. Halfling.
I
and
do not
Orcish in common.
All right. But you can head on over there. That's definitely the place.
Yep. We head in.
So you're heading in as just straight up Gravely and Branch. See what happens?
Yep.
All right.
Don't have enough knowledge to do anything else. So.
Oh, I do read Elven with a Drow dialect, but I guess that's still considered Elven in the grand scheme. Because Drow is one of my favorite enemy.
I think there's probably some variants in various words. Actually, specifically because of that, you read this sign, and based on your kind of limited knowledge of Drow and the script this is written in is definitely not the script the Drow typically write in. So it's a little bit dicey, but you think it says pooping hippogriff.
Oh, okay. It's like reading one of those signs with the letters are really stretched out, and you're like, I know this is English, but I can't quite. I have to get it at a weird angle, or.
I was thinking it was more like if you read Italian.
Is it a hotel called the Pooping Hippogriff?
It might be. Clump did not say the name. She just said that hotel and pointed at it.
It doesn't seem like a very inviting establishment, but all right, well, no wonder they have a rat problem. Let's go in. We go
Rats
in.
do like poop.
So you walk into the lobby of this hotel. There is some tables and chairs and kind of like, sitting room kind of area. There's nobody in those. On your left, there's like a concierge desk, and there is a person there. Farther back, it's a relatively large building, and farther back, there's like a bar area, and there's a few people kind of like back there. They don't really take notice of you. Mainly, it's this concierge type front desk person to your left who says, "Welcome to the Pooping Hippogriff. May I help you?"
Now we're each like 3 feet tall. Is the concierge desk like normal person height? Or
I'm
tall
3
person
foot
height?
4.
The desk is a little bit elevated, and this person looks like they might be kind of like up on a platform, so they'd be kind of naturally looking down a little bit, so they have the angle to see the two of you. This person,
Okay.
I will actually say that was said in Elvish, so Gravely, again, like you are about 80% confident that that's what this person said to the two of you in what, like, again, like, you don't necessarily speak the language well enough to fully understand all the inflection and stuff, but like it seemed a little bit condescending.
All right. Well,
Did you
yes.
understand what he said?
Vaguely. I think he said welcome, but it was sort of...
If you only speak the common tongue, I suppose I can switch to that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
You are looking
hello,
for a room or perhaps work, or what brings you to the Hippogriff? It sounds better in the Elvish tongue. It's a sort of a metaphor. It's not. It sounds better in Elvish.
I try to say in my broken Elvish, like, we're not from around here, which sounds like, please
do not try. It is better that I speak your language.
All right. Well,
You
I'm
offend
sorry.
me
I
to
just don't know.
speak.
I apologize.
Hello, sir. I am. You can call me Branch, and this is Gravely, and we heard that you had some rats in the basement. Is this true?
You are seeking work experience. Are you?
Well, I wanted to talk to you and see if maybe you could stop killing the rats. Is there a other solution?
Once the rats are gone, we will no longer kill them. But until that day happens, we will pay the bounty of 1 silver per rat carcass that you produce and take with you. There are several adventurers downstairs already partaking in the rat extermination. If you would like to join them, it is simply 1 silver per rat until our facilities are purged.
There are adventurers there now.
Yes.
Yes. Gravely, we should go down there and help them.
Well, perhaps, but I mean, it doesn't really solve the problem because they're going to keep hiring people. So, what my associate is getting at is, we're seeing maybe if there's a long-term alternative method of, instead of trying to kill the rats, maybe we can put them to better use, or get them, give them a habitat of some kind where we're not.
You want to put the rats to better use? Are you going to make a small rat army, or perhaps perform experiments on them? Or
what if your hotel is known for highly intelligent rats that help out with some sort of establishment? The numbers
they could cook.
Attendance? They could.
These rats do not cook, they eat our food. If you are not interested in helping out, you may go, or you may pay money for a room if you want.
But
we will help.
my friend here can actually talk to them, and we might be able to talk with them and get them to leave or help out in some way. So if you give us the
perhaps
chance,
they will come with us, or maybe we can find out what they want, or we will make them stop eating your food. Yes, that's what you want.
This is the goal, yes. If you can remove the rats, I will still play the bounty.
If the rats are alive and here,
You
but
ask
do not,
many questions.
eat.
I recognize you. I feel like there is... were you perhaps coming here before and trying to speaking to my staff about saving the rats, and please do not. There was a protest several weeks ago with signs, but only one hooded figure was holding them. Was that you? You seem very much like the description of that person.
We just got here, yesterday? 2 days ago?
yes, not all goblins look alike, sir.
They all seem same to me. So if you want to go downstairs and work, please do. And if not, you may leave, or you may rent a room for 2 gold a night.
All right, come on.
Okay, we will go
Come
downstairs.
on, Branch. Let's go downstairs and try to deal with this.
All right, we head downstairs.
Generally speaking, of the vibe of this hotel continues to be like trying to look a little nicer than it is. Things are a little bit ratty. There's like nice furniture that's kind of scuffed up. There's like really nice looking curtains and things, but like as you kind of like brush against them, the fabric's really not as nice as it.
So
kind of
basically, Bed Bath and Beyond, but
yes, ish.
not really.
So you head down. So you like open a door that leads to these stairs that go down to the basement, and it's kind of like an interesting combination of smells of like some really good, like rich food smells, but mixed with like kind of like rotting gross smells, maybe a little rat poop kind of vibe, and rat pee, rat poop, that kind of thing. Like it's definitely like this is not good. You walk down there, there's some noise down there, so you kind of like walk down. It's sort of dimly lit. You see like casks of wine and some food stored in like barrels and boxes like there. And generally speaking, you see several figures that are mostly focused on the rats. In fact, the first thing that catches your eyes is a little like firebolt zips by, and it looks like there's a wizard down there shooting fire at a rat that like this one didn't hit it, but there's a couple of like corners of like singed have been recently hit by firebolt, kind of like there's still a little flame on pieces of hay and stuff. There's an female orc fighter with a club that is hitting things, again, also not very effectively, but trying to like seize a rat and clubs it. You don't see a lot of rats. You figure they're around, but this crew is kind of like keeping them at bay a little bit.
Is it pretty dark, or is there some sort of light source like a torch?
Yeah, there's a couple of torches and like momentary flashes of firebolts too, so you can definitely kind of see, but it's dimly lit. There's also a human female in armor with like some holy symbols on it, and she's just kind of like standing between the other two companions, kind of like waiting patiently. And she definitely turns at you and looks. She like notices you first, like, oh, hello, friends. Do you need healing? I could heal you. I know cure wounds if you need to. If I can mend your.
Oh, I know cure wounds as well.
Oh. Okay.
Well, my name's Gravely. This is my associate Branch. We were wondering if we might have a word with the rats before you pulverize them with clubs and hammers and things.
Yes, the guy upstairs, he wanted to know why the rats were here.
The wizard sees a rat like behind you and shoots a firebolt kind of instinctively that goes in between the two of you. You both have to kind of like jump separately.
Hey, do not shoot us.
And the wizard, who is looks like an elf male, is like, out of my way! I must 10 more rats before I meet my bounty requirements, please. If you want some, this is our territory. We called it first. We will be taking out these rats. Back away. Haberall, don't be so nice to them. We're the party, and we need to build up our experience here before we can move on to greater adventures.
We cannot have you kill any more rats until after we talk to them. The rats this has all been a test to gain more experience by the hotel people.
Yes, and you passed. So here's some money, and Gravely will pull out 3 gold.
Wow.
The fighter
And
looks up at you and has caught your attention in terms of this is a test. And as you kind of oriented to them, a halfling, a male halfling in dark brown and black cloaks jumps out from behind you, from behind a barrel, and leaps not at you, but past you at a rat and misses it. And that little halfling is sneak attack! Yells as he jumps, yells, sneak attack! And then does not hit that rat either. Darn it.
You should not yell out your attacks as you do them if you want to be sneaky.
The halfling,
Yeah, no one does that.
the halfling looks up. The halfling is startled by you and gets still real quick and then says, hiding, and sneaks back behind the barrel.
Oh my gosh. It's like a
I walk
rogue
around the
version
barrel.
of Silius.
I walk around the barrel and I say, "Hey, hello, little halfling. We would like you to stop killing the rats for just a moment, and then you can go back to it if you can. But just if everybody could just wait, that would be really good."
Once again, I will give you 3 gold to give us 3 minutes to talk. Okay? Just back off.
And the orc fighter
Let's have a
says,
conversation.
3 gold is more gold, worth more than 1 silver for rats.
Yes.
For
Yes.
3 minutes.
Very good. Mm-hmm.
You want us to leave, or
I mean, you
that
can
would
just
be
stand
great.
there if you want, but you can also leave.
If you could go and stand at the top of the stairs at least, so you do not scare the rats, because you are very fearsome, adventuring party, and the rats could be scared. But we need to talk to them.
Grunk is very scary. Grunk will stand on top of stairs.
All right,
thank
Gronk.
you,
Well,
Gronk.
here, I will give you a gold.
Grunk takes the
And
gold, bites it.
your friend, the Mr. Caster person.
Quasi Kazoo is my name.
Oh,
I too will take this gold. I have very
All
few
right.
spell slots left. Quasi Kazoo takes gold, walks
Quasi
upstairs.
Kazoo.
Kazoo, no L.
Kazoo.
Mr. Rogue, and I'm standing right next to him. I just tap him on the shoulder. Can you also go up there, please? The rats can tell that you are there because you are upwind. Is that right? I can never remember which way that is.
Yes.
Branch would know that, but I wouldn't. I don't know. I can never remember. You are
Yes.
They can smell you.
If the rogue is upwind, yes. I would take the gold.
Oh, and what's your name, little person?
The halfling?
Yeah.
My name is Chris. Chris the rogue.
Good to meet you, Chris.
Chris.
I think it's Chris with a Z.
Two Z's. Chris.
Twosies.
Oh, 2 Z's. Oh, anybody that's got 2 Z's is okay with me.
If you have a rogue with 2 unusual letters at the front or the back, it is a great rogue.
Chris will disappear. And Chris just steps behind the orc.
Okay, thank you, Chris. All right.
and-
Gravely, I think you've got.
Haverall, who's the cleric, is sort of standing there and is like, I volunteer. I'll join my party. I'm here for support.
Thank you very much.
I know light. Does
appreciate
anyone need light? I could cast light.
I know
rats
light
do
as
not.
well. It's fine.
Oh well,
Rats do not
nice.
like lights, so if you could just refrain from that and use the darkness, that would be good.
All right. Well, I'll wait upstairs then.
Cool.
Well, thank you,
then I will.
Haverall.
I will cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. Is that all animals? What speak with animals do?
It says you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration, which is about 10 minutes. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past.
All right. You have ability to speak with rats and whatever.
Yeah. Hello, rats. Oh, wait. What's her face? Clump told me names.
Oh no.
Cynthia, Darlene, Winchester, or Schnick, or Click Click, or Feather. Are any of you here? I'm saying all this in ratese. Radish? I am a friend of Clump on bottom of boot.
What do you want?
Oh, hello. Which one are you? What is your name?
I'm Crick. This is Darlene. Hi.
Hello. I am Branch. This is my friend Gravely, and we are here on behalf of my friend Clump, who said that you are in grave danger because these people, and I gesture behind me at the adventuring party, are going to keep trying to kill you.
Well, yeah, I'd say we're in moderate danger. They're not strictly speaking that dangerous, but we do lose some sometimes. So, yeah, if you could back us up on that. But like the sausage is really good over here, and like there's a hole in that wine barrel over there, and
What if we had a better place?
Cynthia's
that
in the
you could
ale
go
over there.
to?
Do you want some ale?
Not just yet.
Okay, keep going,
The
Cynthia.
problem is that they're gonna keep hiring people to come get you until you're all dead. So maybe we
communicate
could
that to the
relocate
rats.
you to a separate location with as equally as good food.
Equally good food.
I don't know. Can you? I don't know what you're saying, Branch, but maybe you can.
Yeah, I translate all that. I'm being an interpreter.
Okay.
So we could take you with us, and then they would not, because there is a sign upstairs that says that they are going to keep giving money to kill all the rats, and they want to kill all of you, and they're not going to stop until you are all dead.
It's an interesting proposition.
I do
Hey,
not want you to do
how about
that.
this?
Darlene, the rats have been mostly hidden, but there's a few kind of like poking their heads out, starting to look at you, and you see a couple like huddle up and kind of like squeak to each other. And Darlene kind of like turns back and says like,
How about we hire you to kill them for 2 silver each?